No, for sure. And having a look at
if you want
Dracos one.
You can come and hop into this game if you want. I just booted up the game.
How do I do that?
You just go... Oh, you might have to download Modo, or you can just look at it on...
I've got Modo.
That's probably the fastest way, or you can accept the delay and just watch through Twitch. That's
I've got to
less than
download,
ideal.
so we'll see if that does something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a pretty quick download, so...
Yeah, cool.
Hopefully a quick download. Otherwise, I will load up the Twitch just for now. Ah, here we are.
Lovely.
So...
Yeah, appreciate everyone bearing with us while we do organizing stuff at the same time. That's live, folks. That's live.
So who's are we watching here? Harry versus BW Easy.
Yeah, so we've got... I'm going to guess Initiative, if this is Beckett. We can access the decks in a second, actually, and double check. But it looks like Harry's on... probably the Fastbond Tinker sort of Storm deck,
Let's have
which
that
is
up now.
really nice. Yeah, and Snaring Bridge is on the battlefield as well, and that's really, really nice. But we can have a look at both the lists.
Yeah. Whole partition. Oh yeah, sick.
So this is Beckett versus Harry. So I'll go over to... I'll just pop open the lists and we can have a look. Harry. So here's Harry. It could very well be using... Because we only just had this happen, and Worlds was pretty funny because there was a bunch of people playing Fastbond Tinker Storm. And it's a fun deck, and I get it. And it's may as well play it, may as well give it a go. When you're it's -2 points, because Fastbond and Tinker have lost a couple of points each, but it just didn't really make the top 8. I don't know if it made higher than that or whatever, but it's it looks good. It looks good and it looks fun, and I think it's takes a lot of game actions. So
I'm gonna say it's very much mono game actions here.
Oh yeah, big time.
So points. All the things.
$21,000. The points are Tinker, Balance, Manavolt, Time Twister, Tolarian Academy, Urza Saga, One Ring. So really just spreading the whole thing out as far as you can. And we saw this a lot at Worlds, was Paradox Engine plus the One Ring. Really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty brutal combo here. All right,
big time.
Uploading. Oh, man.
Looks like back in the game, Beckett Wolf on, I believe, the Domain Initiative deck, or something along the sides. We can have a look at it in a second, but he's got Thalia down. It looks like he's had a go at a 4th Aerolingus by the looks of it. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Now, where would I go to witness this
If you
game?
go to Freeform Tournament Practice, you will be able to do it through there. Yeah, and there should be a room that says Breezy versus Harry Franks, I believe.
Okay.
Beckett's deck is called 90% Sarv and 10% Brandon. So good on him. 2019 onward power crept creatures made blue mediocre, sleeve up largely 2 to 5 CMC creatures in the mid-range shell of CMC yesteryear staples. Now we're talking. That's a good brief. I think that's what you can do with, if you wanted to play old fun cards, you do kind of have to back it up with 4th Aerolingus and Fury and these sorts of just generally powerful spells. But I was wrong. This is not Initiative. This is just Bant
Value.
Black dudes, yeah. Queen Marquesa?
Yeah,
now we're talking.
Seems very much in line with Sarv sensibilities.
Yeah, I was completely misjudged.
There's a bit of Initiative there. You've got your White Plume, your Undermountain.
I think if you're playing 2, I don't count it. I think if you're playing more than 2, it's a bit much, yeah. We'll see what they're up to if they've done anything since. There seems to be some kind of balance happened on Harry Frank's side. Has wiped the board.
Yep.
And Caves of Chaos Adventurers just sort of turned the tables now. So I guess is it 3 on Beckett's side?
3.
Yeah, okay.
That's 3 at least. So and they're paying points for it. So I count it. Oh, and no, Forte Lingus isn't initiative; it's Monarch.
Is opening list during top 8s the go? Yeah, I probably should have mentioned to the players in the rules for the event. It did say like we may like use your deck for commentary. So it's like understandable, I suppose. I guess do the right thing and don't ghost players. But it is what it is. What it is. What it is. Just checking the chat. Imagine Scarlet is a reasonable value engine and a decent concession to the initiative meta. Yeah, I like the unblockable until end of turn as well.
Alright, so once again, with Ensnaring Bridge, however, 5 cards in hand, the Cave of Chaos has approximately 1 turn. But, initiative can win the game by itself. So certainly needs to take that back off of Beckett. Otherwise, the wheel just keeps on turning.
Yeah.
Getting a Mike, since Lass is still not solving the problem, we do need to deal with this incredibly reductive game mechanic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I like that going through the dungeon can be like a combo deck. Like I think that like that aspect of it is like kind of nice. And I do think that like if you're playing 1 or 2 initiative creatures, you're actually just like implementing something similar to Monarch where you're playing to the board, you're like combat mass is important, you like want to get attacking when you can, and like I think that speeds up decks a lot. And if you think about like pre-initiative Omnath or like pre-initiative Uro Oko stuff, like games just wouldn't end, At least this like annoys people.
I enjoy the incentive to actually engage in combat, in a sense. The only problem is that at a certain point it can also mean the game kind of ends without combat. But yes, it is better than the age-old green-blue X sit there for 15 turns staring at each other while you are each on 50 health and drawing 5 cards a turn.
Yeah.
Accidentally deck deathing yourself,
Yeah, and it's possible as well. It's like you can just like have games go to drawing, and I think that's like the players were both talking about clocks. Everyone was talking about the clocks. Like, should we have untimed top 8? And I didn't specify it, but it was like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, absolutely not. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Like, take advantage of the fact that we're on MTGO and not in paper where you can actually just, like, have someone die to clock.
Yeah. I have a 7-point Highlander tournament tomorrow that I would like to get to, and if we did not have clocks, I don't believe that I would make it in time.
Yeah. Exactly.
But,
exactly. So I appreciate that,
This chesslock is very good for solving the problem that we do end up in Magic, where people are arguing over the semantic of who is using more of the clock. Broadside Bombardier. Now this is a good card.
Yeah, this is
actually
actually
to end the game on the spot.
Oh my god, not threatening, it's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we need something, but that's
there he goes. Yeah, Harry would need to gain some life.
Oh, you know what sucks as well, though? If the Lion's Eye Diamond was cracked in the beginning of combat phase, like maybe he was actually just like F6ing, going for that F6 value.
Yeah.
But because he has that Ensnaring Bridge, I always like to stop on my opponent's beginning of combat phase no matter what, like even because you don't know what's going to happen,
I mean, that's certainly one of the slight pitfalls of Modo, just singing its praises in terms of clock. But if you're not super familiar with the UI, it can be very easy to click through some pretty important sequences like that one there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we can pop out of that game. We can check back in with them and take advantage of another online part that we get to enjoy, which is getting to watch basically anyone's matches. I think we haven't seen Jared Alsop yet.
Yep, versus
We're seeing
Bebot,
Bebot.
our world champion.
Oh, of course, Brandon Rashad, world Highlander champion. You said it right. He recently won. He recently won the world championships, and that was like, I mean, it was only a few weeks ago. It was still fresh in everyone's mind. And he's playing the same deck as well. He's just playing like Domainitiative, and this is really like really spicy.
Looks like Jared Alsop's on some sort of value for color list, potentially with Time Walk or something.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Decider says paper should also have timed top 8 for what it's worth, and I think I agree with that as well. I think it's like it's annoying. Maybe it's like annoying when the game is so close and then it like comes down to the 5th turn or whatever. So it's like I can see that aspect of it, but also like tournament goers do go home. You know, we was talking about it before. Like eventually, like it's just 2 people. It's 3 people in the room or whatever. The judge and the 2 players who are battling it out.
Yes, and if you're doing the group thing and somebody's driving 4 people, then one of those people happen to be in the top 8 or whatever, while the rest are not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like that happens.
Don't get me started. Yeah. Don't get me started on event start times either. With a lot of events start near around lunchtime, so start of the top 8 can happen at about 6 o'clock, and then oh gosh.
Yeah, I think we were lucky. I think we like shaved an hour off the time. Like it's 5:30 and we're fairly deep into the first round, and that's like including all the Faffery. So it's like, I was actually I would love feedback from that as well from like chat and you of course, because I was thinking about the time and I was like, I wonder if it's like more beneficial to like test a 12 o'clock start time, which is actually like super late. Like I like to start at like 10 o'clock. I think that's like a really good, because you just like get in early, everyone's fresh, they've just had their brekkie and stuff, but like 12 p.m. might be too late for people as well.
Quite possibly. So it looks like Jared takes one out with a Solitude.
Yeah, so Jared takes on that first game. I've seen a lot of Solitudes today. I've seen a lot of this like Spellseeker stuff as well. It's this is like not particularly usual for Jared. I don't know if you've like Jared usually plays sort of like rug control really, and this is like kind of interesting to see him basically take on. I mean, he's like a meta gamer as well. He likes to play the best decks, and I think he's seen that Time Walk Spellseeker is still very good.
Yeah, it's like such a easy package to slot into what is very close to a kind of rug value, rug control. You're just getting so much card advantage.
Yeah.
And then just an I win button set onto the side. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be loath to play.
Go on.
No, that's right. I was loath to play these sort of mid-range soup decks, but I can certainly see the appeal for those that actually like to win.
Yeah, it's funny when it happens, because it's like a lot of mid-range just like they'll die to aggro. Sometimes, they'll die to combo a lot of the times. But it's like whenever you get yourself into like a deep mid-range mirror and it all comes down to top decks and plays, and you're trying to like eke out 2% here and 3% here, it's like people love that. They love it a lot.
Yeah, I'll leave them to that. I'll be going to get lunch at a reasonable time, or
yeah, I agree.
Just about anything. So over at Threadbow versus Ronnie.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to check on their lists. Ronnie was playing just Jund good stuff. Who was our other player?
Threadbow.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Oh god, I wish I could see him.
Matthew Brett.
There we go. Matthew Brett. Very good. All right.
Jeskai suit fixed. So I assume they were going to be playing pre-war formal wear, except it's not available on Modo
That's so sad.
for reasons.
Yeah, it's just you just gotta it's gonna be funny because like Highlander Modo tournament. It's gonna like it might end up being a different format because like they have Morlock now, I believe, which is good.
Yes, they do. For a very brief window, you could access Warhammer cards.
Yeah, and then they like got rid of it as well, so it's like kind of unfortunate. Who's
bit of a weird one?
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's like probably fine as well for that just to be the case, where like some cards you just don't have access to. Like, sorry, but it is what it is. God.
Yeah, it's certainly a problem that we're going to run into the more of this extended universes or whatever it is, universes beyond, I believe it's called. Where we're pulling all sorts of IPs that may or may not allow it to then be used by what is now a third party in Daybreak games.
Oh, I didn't even consider that. Is that why the
I am just guessing, but
the Warhammer one. There's like obviously always going to be licensing problems.
Yes, you'd be drawing up a contract, and it would probably be they agree that Wizards of the Coast can use it, but Wizards of the Coast no longer owns Daybreak. Modo Daybreak Games does. So if Daybreak is not included within the contract, then it won't see the light of day here. Would be my best guess at it anyway.
It seems pretty reasonable.
So Cryptic Coat, which can be played on Modo, quite a cool little recent addition to the Stoneforge Mystic package, as well as Mothership recently unlocked. So looking forward to playing with Cryptic Coat at some point, because it does feel like quite a powerful engine aggro card.
It's kind of neat, yeah. We've bought one, but we haven't played it yet. I think we're like, I want to build this like pre-war Jeskai. I think there was a lot of showing. There was a few showings of it actually in at Worlds. I just don't think it didn't make it that point. But it's like these cards are good. They're nice, you know.
Yep. Yeah, it's a really cool, interesting value package, and Vi's very smart. So when Vi's like, "Hey, this is broken," I think when the Fallout thing was about to come out, I messaged Vi. I'm like, "So anything really stick out to you that I should buy from this 7 point?" She's like, "Pre-war formal wear." Okay, go to the president.
Yeah, exactly.
And
seems like she was right as well.
Yeah. She's rarely sure, but when she's sure, she's rarely wrong.
Oh yeah, big time. I'm bouncing around a little bit, so I was just checking in on some other games. Jared versus Rashad. Looks like it's going into third game, maybe.
Except in answer to your question, I am not speaking with any sort of authority. I am merely kind of theory crafting here as to why it would not be on Modo. It may well be just they don't want to allow it across multiple platforms. Maybe it's just a digital versus physical thing. I'm not a expert by any means in terms of contract law, so
I think if we're like two chuckleheads streaming on Twitch, then we're allowed to just say mistruths. So I think that's okay. I think that's fine.
Disclaimer: I am an idiot.
Source, trust me. All good. But it's definitely a good theory. I mean, it's also just at some point it's just like annoying or nightmarish or whatever. Like if you're gonna like get into a weird contract with a different IP, like maybe you want to make it as simple as possible. Anyway, two chuckleheads talk about something we don't know anything about.
Yep.
What I do know about is that Jared Alsop and Rashad into their second game. Jared up 1. We can probably watch them for a little bit as they go into their second game.
Sure. Which one are we going to? Sorry.
Rashad versus Jared Alsop.
Yeah, lovely. Just jumping on that one now.
Yes. So it seems to be turn 4. I mean, it's like pretty normal, like starting stuff. It's Fable on one side, Inquisition, Dreams. This is I guess we can check if this is whether or not this is out of the sideboard, but Dreams of Steel and Oil, one of the early plays. This is like kind of sick. I like this card a lot. It replaced Stern Scolding for me in Reanimator. Have you had a chance to play with it?
I've not played with it. I've seen it in a few lists and was a little confused to begin with, but it just more and more makes sense considering the overall trend to increase the power level of creatures and the like. So, it's creature or artifact? I can't even quite remember, to be honest.
Let's have a look at Threadbow. I've been told to check in on Threadbow's game. This is like, I don't know if this is too annoying for people to watch. We're like flipping through channels. But yeah, we can watch Threadbow's game. I do want to check out the non-formal wear, pre-war formal wear deck. It's just about to get a little bit owned by Baseju on the Umezawa's Jitte, but Jitte is also seeing a little bit of a resurgence. It's kind of nice. I just like put it in Affinity. I was like, maybe I'll just give this a go and like see how it feels. And sometimes it's sick, you know?
Yeah, I mean, historically, an absolutely busted card still sees a fair bit of banning, but it's just kind of just been unlocked, you know, because it was one of those things people would often argue that they would consider it in their sideboard, but not for a point.
Yeah, and I think that's like probably like a big showing. Like it's a big showing that you made the right decision, taking something from 1 point to 0 points, and like you see it now a little bit with Fury as well. Is that Fury is now just seeing play in sideboards, and like maybe that's okay, you know, like maybe it's nice to have access to a pyrokinesis that is also a creature. Like maybe you're trying to break it and stuff as well, and that's okay. But it's like feels way less broken now that Reanimate is sort of off the table for a lot of decks. It's like less of a free roll.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on some of these Surveil lands as well, because they are certainly starting to have a bit of an impact on the format. And out of Fetchable Scry, quite good.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, we I also got the blessing from a better player that said, "Buy." It was a friend Lachlan, of course, and Lachlan said, "You should get one of each of the Surveil lands." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll play the blue. Yeah, get me the blue-black one. It seems good in Reanimator, but you know, maybe just get me that one for now." And then I bought that one, and then it was like, I don't know, a week later, I'm like, oh my god, I have to get one of each copy now. And it's like getting all the blue ones is like not enough either, because it's just like, damn, you might want to play this in like red-green, you know, because it's just nice to have access to a cantrip.
I certainly missed the boat originally. I think I had to work late on the evening that the set kind of came out, and some of the pre-sales of a certain vendor I won't broke various groups in particular, but they're the person I would normally buy stuff from, and the nice full art versions were quite affordable at that point, and they immediately sold out. I'm like, let's wait for a restock, and by the time they restocked, they were about 6 times the price.
Oh like, my god, yeah.
But I have managed to scrounge up, I think, a copy of the Grixiseris ones at least, which is what I'm most likely going to be able to play within my kind of wheelhouse. But
what are you playing at the moment?
Messing around still with various Mistress Workshop builds, because I think that strategy is still extremely powerful. But I always have kind of various Sprowess or Reanimator builds in the back pocket for when I want to have a bit of fun.
That's so romantic, having a copy of Sophie's deck and a copy of my deck in your repertoire.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Look,
it's nice having a little bit of us with you.
Class, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
Very much my ballywick. But yeah, with the last voyage of the blank going, it makes it a little bit harder for Reanimator. But would it be better to just ban stickers, or does that just make the sticker cards like doesn't that do the same thing? Like, just ban putting stickers and attractions into the format, like, because that means you can still play. Maybe it just makes the rules
more complicated than they need to be. Like, you're like, what's an attraction? But if you ban everything that produces sticker, like, I'd be totally fine playing Last Dance of the Pants at, like, just without even name, like, sticker cards. Like, the sticker card's not the important bit. It's the fact that they printed another Necromancy that's the important bit, you know?
Yeah, that's the important part to us. But I think it's just one of those simplicity of rules, and you'd rather them kind of, like, cut a little bit deeper than they need to, rather than do it too shallow and it just not have any impact. So.
Yeah.
Or just, like, it's just not grokkable. So you just kind of admit you make a mistake and move on with their lives.
It's kind of sad. I mean, how can you, like, be Mark Rosewater and, like, have like the unsets be your, like, brainchild and love, and, like, I don't know, it's like I feel like the older ones, like, saw so much love and, like, so much attention, and it's like maybe the charm was lost or something, or maybe it just, like, didn't land. But
the first two were great. I think after that it got a bit much, you know, they got a little bit too deep on their own sauce. And I think I just completely lost interest by the time of Infinity, and then it's like, so some of these are legal. It's like, please stop. What are you doing? Just
yeah, it was a bit weird.
Just don't.
Yeah,
just don't. But
so I guess in the games, we do see the True Name Nemesis. I think another card that I can't remember when it must have. I felt like it was Kate or it was Via. There was someone who was just like, hey, True Name's still really good at 2 points. And suddenly I just see it way more often. But looks good here. I mean, it's good against the initiative. I'll give it that much for free.
Yeah, and particularly when the format starts to trend towards, again, more combat-orientated things. Although that said, True Name, a very respectable clock against linear strategies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in a deck, I suppose, it can get a Jitte on it. There we go.
That's game 2. So we're 1-1 for these players. I guess we'll let them go to sideboard. I guess before we do, so Threadbow versus Ronnie. I might have both these decks up. Threadbow versus Ronnie, huh? So we saw the Jeskai. In the sideboard, I see Blue Mental Blast, Hydroblast, Flusterstorm, Hydroblast, Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast. So we're playing the full set. Spell Snare, Dovin's Veto, Core Firewalker, Line Sash, Stony Silence, Unlicensed Hearse, Council's Judgment, Hull Breacher, Mystical Dispute, Wear Tear. This is like the most normal Jeskai list I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that's sort of been scary.
These are all answers. There are no questions being asked here.
Absolutely not.
It is pure answers, you know.
Yeah,
how do I raise my floor? Is what this is. There's no ceiling involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're so right. And I think a couple of nice ones. I mean, Mystical Dispute is like it's a classic, but it's like you're at the point now where you're playing Mystical Dispute, Red Elemental Blast, and Pyroblast to sort of fight against those blue spells. And I wouldn't even think that this maybe it was a meta call. I mean, he must be doing something right because he's in the top 8, but like I feel like that's a lot of blue hate.
It is a lot of blue hate, and yeah, Mystical Dispute, while I do love that card and thought it was just the absolute bee's knees, it certainly dropped off in terms of card that I would play. Like, it is certainly the third blue hating card that I would be looking at, and like where's my Jeskai? So we don't have that many options, but yeah, but it's They came prepared to hate on blue and red.
Big
that
time.
much is sure.
Yeah, I feel like people's sentiment towards red and blue blasts are starting to wane, and of course we get to control the narrative. It's I think maybe it's just like red blasts and people are just like less scared of blue these days. Let me see. We got some chats. How can you hate Blink-182? That's messed up. I don't know. Yes, I think I did. No, everyone has a deck list slide, but thank you.
No, I don't. I don't have Slide Daniels on my list.
Oh, the last one, the missing one.
Yeah, the missing piece. How dare you? How dare you do this
If
to
you'd
us?
send us the link, I do have the text list. It's somewhere. It's absolutely somewhere. I could do it now.
That's rude. Oop, we got a game.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back to the games now.
Text list.
I can turn this text list. I do have it. It was in my where was it?
Expecting me to know what a card does purely from its name. I mean, I'm no longer in my 20s. I can't do that anymore. I need the pretty pictures.
Exactly.
I'm old.
Dan.
To throw it back in my day in here, I used to be able to tell you a card purely from about 3 lines of its flavor text. These days,
Not so much.
I read a card and I still can't tell you what it does.
Well, there's also been like way more cards lately. You can blame society if you want.
Yes, I blame late-stage neo-capitalism and the constant need for more.
Yes. Now we're talking. All right, so we do have the list now. If you wanted to check in on that, Sly Daniel's list. We're just
delicious list.
Just having a look for fun. Ronnie's list.
Right,
I mean, we saw. Sweet. So we saw. Just again, I want to look at the little pretty pictures as well.
Yeah, give me the pretty pictures. Misstep onto misstep. Wow, this card is amazing. The only way to stop a bad man with a misstep is a good man with a misstep.
That's so true. It's I feel like I see this all the time. This is very
Skill game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's to say, it's what you usually. This is like the not the ambiguity test. The ubiquity test is that like Fury. It was like the best way to kill a Fury was to have a Fury of your own, and
like the best way to kill a Fury is to ban Fury.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's fun. Got a delightfully cute little 2/3 Tamo. Look at the baby Lurgy. A mental misstep? Yes, Mr. M gets it.
Tamagot's looking pretty big. I mean, it's so funny that like now we've just come full circle and the vanilla creatures are good again. I mean, Tamagotchi is like a very leading example, of course, but it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah. And then it's funny because Wolf gets good enough that people then put Swords to Plowshare in their deck.
Now we're talking. We're back on it.
We found it.
That's sick. All right.
Really good.
Very cool. Well, I'm glad we got all the data. That's like my favorite part of this.
Yeah, incredible.
We got all this juicy data.
You're going to be putting all them up for the public to see? Or?
Yeah. Definitely make a post. It usually comes along with like a meta breakdown video. I've been really enjoying those lately, and they and crowd seems to enjoy it as well.
We've got Did you get that message from Beckett in the Discord that they can't submit their results?
Who can't? Oh, just right now, people can't. Oh yeah. They won't be able to.
Okay. We'll fix that up.
We'll fix that up. Yeah. We'll just. Yep. I think we can hand do it by now. Yeah.
Potentially.
And from here, oops, typing in the wrong chat.
Collect oof against this Jeskai list. Interesting.
Okay.
What does collect oof do for us? Oh, that stops Cryptic Coat and Shadow Spear and Jitte?
Oh wow, Jared, this just in. Jared Alsop won 2-0 against Rashad. So Rashad is out of the format.
Oh
He's
gosh.
gone. Well, his world has been taken away. No, he did get beat by Jared Alsop, unfortunately.
Look, the man still controls the world. He just will not get his island.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Best way to put it. And Beckett has beaten Harry Franks as well. So congratulations to those players. Yes. So that's third and fifth. So the winner of Justin will play Beckett, Justin versus Dean, and the winner of this match will verse Jared Alsop. Very cool. Very cool.
All right, back to the match at hand.
What are we looking at?
Well, the Collect Roof is doing some work at the moment, stopping the Cryptic Coat from being a pure engine piece. However, a 3-2 unblockable is still going to be doing some handiwork against everyone's favourite little insectoid Planeswalker.
Coming out of the chat.
Yeah, knocking that down.
26 players, I think we ended up with for the event, which was pretty nice. I was sweating because I'm not doing charity at the moment with enfranchised Magic players, so I was like, I kind of have to cancel the event if I can't pay for the drop. Like, I'm happy to like take no money, but I'm going to get 16 players at least, and it was like 15 players last night, and then it just jumped up to 26 in the morning. So.
Are you telling me that Magic the Gathering players are likely to leave things to the last minute?
Wait a minute, but that's the bet.
When it doesn't cost them anything to do that.
I'll tell you why that's true, and it's true for the same reason that casting an instant at the end of your opponent's turn is also the best decision. You know, you just want to have all the information possible before you snap off that.
You know, it's one of those classic Magic the Gathering player things. It's like, how much value?
How much value can I eke out? Yeah, it doesn't. It's all good though. I mean, we even had someone join like 5 minutes before the event, and that's
it's not
okay.
that I'm actually going to change my deck list 5 days before the event, but I will not submit it until 5 minutes before the cutoff. I just like the option, you know. I just like to feel as though I have some sort of control in my life, you know?
Of course. Very good. Lovely. It's all happening. We're up to this.
There you go. I just learnt something about cloaking.
Hey, what did we learn about?
Realize you can actually flip the card up.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, well, you know, it's on a rare, so it doesn't give me the reminder text, and I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Aragon. I mean, I feel like I haven't seen an Aragon on footage or commentary or anything at all, but I always hear about players with it and saying how much they like it. Like this 3-mana, the Jeskai Aragon is like, just ETB, really get good. The Monarchy, people can't block or something when it attacks up to one creature, but if you're the Monarch, creatures can't block this turn. Like, again, this is like initiative hate. Like, we're seeing it kind of happen in front of us as well, where it's like, you do have an option. Same with the Cryptic Coat, man. There's a couple of really good, like, actually just get the initiative back. Card. Yeah, super nice. Super nice.
Show me your secrets.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Verbal in the chat says, give him $1 discount for the early registration. I think that's actually a really good idea. Oh, yeah. Just have it. Could be $49. $49.99 if you do it a week ahead of time. Now we're talking. You get that free value.
Yeah, turns out literally like any amount of value will often be enough to convince people to do something. It's just that they don't see any value.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 I lose focus on the Dreadfugue here, wanting to conserve the information.
There's another game I play, Blood Bowl, which is a tabletop event. The biggest run event in Australia at the moment is in Melbourne at the end of the year. And literally the guy's like, all right, the first 25 people who sign up get access to this special limited edition dice.
Now we're talking.
And if you And if you sign up within the first week, you go into a raffle for a prize. And within the first week, he had 150 sign-ups for an event that was not for 10 months away.
Okay.
It's just
okay. I can do like door prizes for early registers.
This is genius, you know,
Yeah,
like it's absolutely genius. And it's like he needs that because it's good for like venue hire and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, holy moly, that's just, yep, that's all you need. You don't need much.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, you could do anyone who signs up before X goes into the draw for a card, and that's how you do it.
It would work on me. It would work on me. Come back to the games. I guess we're just can't be blocked, so we're gonna get the Aragorn advantage every turn. This is really nice. Aragorn really showing his strength right now, just with the +1/+0, and the can't be blocked. It like kind of harshens the sadness of having the collector roof on the battlefield, because thankfully the cryptic coat is already attached and we're good.
Vigilance lifelink, no joke at all as well.
Big time. Yeah, the lifelink is going to be a big swing. I think these like, it's kind of nice though, like life totals also like becoming more important. It's not just like you're either going to win in 1,000, like I could lose at 1,000 life or I could win at 1,000 life, you know. Games would just end on the spot. But it seemed like, or at least when I was testing it, it was just like nice to have a life linking threat, or like nice to like play the Uro or the Omnath, where you can like gain these like chunks of life that actually like make a pretty reasonable difference, you know.
Yeah, the Incidental Life game has certainly allowed these like a bit of a combat back on these more combat orientated abilities.
For sure.
I'll just ignore that and just go over the top of things. It's much easier, you know.
That also works.
Just presented a loop, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Much easier.
I miss looping. I feel like something that's not happening on MTGO that I'm really sad about is that we couldn't like record a macro for loops, because I would love to just like say, because then I used to play on X-Mage. And it was you could just like record a loop and then it would just like do it over and over and over again, and it's really beneficial if you're like trying to do World Gorgeous nonsense that you like just kind of just put 60,000 of these triggers on the stack. But it seems that MTGO still hasn't like implemented that.
No, you gotta click through that. MTGO will not give you a loop.
Allow you. They won't allow you.
No, loops are not allowed here. No loops for you, brother. Code is gone, which is good. Yeah. However, a 4/4 is still better than anything on Ronnie's board.
Yeah, and this can still like force a chump block as well. I mean, not that you'd be able to mess around with the double blocking either, but it's kind of like forcing one creature to not be able to block is actually kind of annoying. You know, you might be able to get to that 4 power to take down an Aragorn, but if your opponent's just like, oh, but sorry, you have to have an extra creature to do that.
Well, and it might have to almost chump here, right? And now it's just like, well, if they cast something that can deal with the Aragorn, then it can't block. You know, you need 3 creatures basically at this point to actually deal with this thing.
Yeah, big time. Coming out of the chat, who is our other commentator? You are joined, of course, by Rue, one of our lovely, delightful commentators, friends, family friends, magic friends.
Vance, how dare you? How dare you not recognize me?
It's hard to do it by voice, I would dare say. But
maybe.
Not anymore, because your voice is quite distinctive.
Well, Vance did literally sit me down for a chat in Canberra, so, you know.
After a chat like that, you gotta, yeah.
You would think.
You would think. Yeah, I agree. Welcome, Sean Rover.
All right, fair enough. I don't even have one of my really good mics, so if it was my good mic, I'd be a bit upset. Speaking of Warhammer in the far future,
yeah,
a triumph of some Catherine. Speaking of incredibly hard to beat life linking threats,
yeah,
here's 2 of them.
That's huge. I think like 5/5 lifelink miracle would be good enough, maybe by itself, maybe. But this clause that it has, where you can put
if it goes, it comes back.
Yeah, it goes, it comes back, and you can miracle it again. It's like, whew.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
So I just shuffle into the top 6. Like that could be next turn.
Could be next turn. Yeah, exactly. Triumph doesn't care. But yeah, it seems, I don't know, I've seen a couple of people take it out of their sideboards. Like, I think where it's really good is mono red, and I think mono red is evolving to the point where they know that they have to deal 5 damage to target creature. So
yes,
sometimes even at instant speed.
Yes. Becoming a little bit easier as well.
Yeah. I mean, especially since Shoulder just left like a mark on everyone. It's tough. Yeah. Looks like Ronnie's packing in. Ronnie's giving the GGs. Brutal draws, Ronnie says. Poor Ronnie.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was good. It was good showing though. That's really incredible. And that Aragorn showing its worth as well. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that means that Threadbow wins. Congratulations to Threadbow. Let's check in on what we had for our leaderboard. I had this edited, but now it's not edited. That's all good. So Justin. So Dean wins. That's cool. So it'll be Dean and Dean versus Beckett. So they might already be versing. If they're not, they can verse now. So Dean versus Beckett. Yeah, and that means that Matthew is gonna verse Jared. Nice. Very cool. All right. Start whenever you'd like. Cool. Okay. So let's see if we can jump in and have a look. So I suppose it's okay to I suppose it's okay to move on from Threadbow's game because we did see a lot of it there. We might see it again in the finals as well. So we'll see what our other matches are up to.
The Jother versus Cross is done.
Cool. Yeah, let's jump in there.
I'm just waiting for him to load up.
Lovely. So we can check these deck lists as well. Just refresh this. Oh, sorry. Who did we see? So we saw Beckett's list. That was the sort of just four color creatures, 4-color friends. No Saskia, which is kind of sad because you're in Saskia colors. Skipping my list at all costs. No, never. It's right here. No, it's around. I wanted to check out players' lists. It's unfortunate. All right, just get out of that.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what the players are doing.
Yes.
Yeah, post your list, slide in the chat, and we'll pick it up, have a look at it. Well, we're very much obviously concentrating on the players. You have it open? Oh my god. Have to open it again. All right. Well, we can check in on that very soon. See, not much happening. I mean, a little bit happening on both sides. 6 minutes each on the clock. Actually, they're quite all the way through. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
They're still going. Oh wow.
So hold on. How is? Jazz is just playing for fun. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Good on him. Here it is. So let's have a look at Sly's list. I will link it to. I guess you can see it in the spreadsheet, but Sly Dan Daniels is the one that we're looking at on stream right now. For a bit of fun, right. Oko Thief of Crowns, Gris the Hunger Tide, Looks like we're looking at some kind of black
Ooh,
and green
something
and
else.
white and
Yeah.
it's a
No
little bit of.
order. Okay. Okay.
I like the Coma. I like the Raphelos. For each forest you control. That's kind of a combo with Yavimaya. It's a bit of spice happening here, and I'm liking it. Tovolar at the top end. How is the Tovolar at the top end? Is this a Gaia's Cradle deck as well? It's got to be. No Gaia's Cradle?
No.
Could be.
No.
Yeah, I see a lot of cool cards in here for sure. Dragon Lord.
Probably should be.
Yeah, I think I like this. I'm wondering about the mana, I suppose. What was your score in the end, Sly? Tried it and it was bad. Yeah, Gaia's Cradle. I guess Gaia's Cradle can also be like quite painful if it doesn't go your way.
Spike Feeder on the board. Absolutely delightful. That is what I would like to see. There we go.
Alright,
A true person of taste running a Spike Feeder.
Seems like restart, right? Okay. So soon our players will be able to get started, but you're 2-3, but the games are all close. Yeah, that's it's a tough one. It looks good. I think you'd have a lot of fun with this. I think some of the stuff on the top end is looking real spicy. It's nice to justify. You're like justifying the Raphelos, like you're trying to assemble essentially the Raphelos Yavimaya combo. I guess you're also using natural order. I've seen a lot of like natural order for Atraxas, and I like it. But it's nice to have these other options. Yeah, I'd love to hear about how the Coma went for you. That's a lot of fun. Cool list. Alright. Looks like Jared's about ready to play.
Lovely. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm having a bit of trouble picking up you, Angus. I don't know whether it's just my setup. I don't know what it is.
Could be
It's
something.
weird.
Could be something. Could be nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to blame me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So Jared, yeah, cool. So Jared versus Redbow. Sweet. Alright, get in there. It says Rashad, but that's okay. Not quite Rashad. Rashad didn't make it all the way. Feel bad for him. I'll have to try and check in with him later and see how he felt like he went. Who goes first? Top seed. Oops.
At all times.
Yeah. Cool, so just deciding who goes first. So that would be whoever had the highest out of Jared and Matt, which I think was Matt. I've already met
Let's find out.
Jared's top, yeah. Jared was third,
Fourth.
Matthew was seventh.
Yep.
Made a room, Dean. So are we? Is the other game playing as well? Let's make sure everyone's playing.
They were still playing. Juzza vs. Dean is still going on for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there. But
I think it might be a diff. Oh, it isn't. That's weird.
it is their game, so I'm just wondering what's going on here.
Okay, so I guess are they? Did we misplay? Are they still? I thought they were playing for fun. Yeah, I guess they're actually just playing Magic. Okay.
Well, they could well be. I think. Jazza.
Just check in, I suppose. We can see the timer soon. It says 30 minutes, so they're thinking about it. Yeah, 4 minutes. 4 minutes on the clock for Dean and 8 minutes from Jazza. So Jazza, I think they're both still in the game. This must be game 3. I'm just checking the. Oops. Oh, I guess my defaults are restored. Okay. We'll let them do their games, and I'll fix this up. Oh, sorry. Jazza and Dean still playing.
Yeah, I think it's because I saw Jazza.
Yeah, got me too. Dean or Juzza.
Yeah, I don't actually see a report for the
Yeah,
invest
cool.
dollars.
Cool. I just dreamed it.
So this is literally still the last game, which is tight.
Cool.
Very, very tight.
We're ready. Let's message Jared and see if he's alive.
It came to me, this in a dream. Astrid, the apocalypse. Alright. Well.
Yeah, I was just gonna check if Jared might have been disconnected or something. I suppose if they haven't started playing yet, they can probably restart their timer. But they've only been stopped for a little bit. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess we watched the Juzza and Dean match for as long as it's going for.
Yeah.
Hop in and...
All right. So
it must be close. Yeah, because I saw that.
Oh, it's very close.
Dean was on less than 4 minutes by the time we went and had a look.
Yeah. Well, they're both, in the tail end of life totals. So.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like lethal.
With,
oh no, not lethal.
No.
Unlicensed Hurst still alive. Holding back the Gomag on block. That's hilarious. They're really going to get as tight as they possibly can towards the end. It's funny because Dean would die to the crackback if Juzza just tops deck a land if he attacks with the Gomag Angler. So,
well, the Hearst was crewed in response to the shoulder dying, so he was never going to attack with the Angler.
Yeah, right. Jared lost connection. Okay.
We're all right. But we're basically at parity in terms of card in hand and life total, both with lethal threats. This is the fun part of the game where they dance around each other and try to just get that last little bit in there.
What do we got? We do something big.
6 mana's a lot. 6 mana's a lot.
Okay, Trumpety? I'm going to go Trumpety. It could be like Green Suns.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
Ooh, very nice.
Moloch. That'll deal with the gang. Oh, that's lethal. Less. Oh, that's still lethal unless.
Unless.
It'll fight the Angler and in response crew the Hearse. Doesn't even need to do it in response, so yep. Crew the Hearse, deal all the damage.
Wow, huge. Wow, that was great.
There's no reason not to.
Unless...
That's good. Yeah, Moloch. Moloch's a good boy.
Juzza has sent me a message. All
Very
right.
good.
It looks like they're doing the GGs in the chat. By the
Send you a message, did he?
Just punted, lol, should have flashed Lutri and Rip Bolt as I have a shoulder. GG's. Okay, cool. Great. All right, well, congratulations, Juzza. So it's going to be Juzza versus Matt. Juzza...
Dean showing us the hand. Lutri missed it. Yeah.
Whoopsies. Yeah. Juzza versus... All right.
I still got one horse in this race. I got ourselves a Beckett to rep. I'm not sure if they're an expat or still a current Adelaidean, but still got a nationalistic, sub-nationalistic.
Of course.
Bit of pride on the line,
For sure, and it looks like it's going to be a few options. We've got Beckett in Adelaide, Juzza in Sydney. Do we get the other? Who's the other two? There's Jared and Matthew Britt. Yeah. I'm not sure where Matthew Britt's hailing from. Jared's another. Threadbow. Maybe even from Threadbow. Wouldn't that be insane?
Who's Threadbow?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, they are Threadbow.
There you go. Yeah, so cool. I mean, no Canberrans. Ronnie got knocked out. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. He's a great player, a great dude. So it's good to see him last all that way. Yeah, and for the people who have made the top 8, congratulations, of course. I'll be sending your money, so just send me a DM, I guess, and we'll sort that out, of course. Okay. Did the terrible play of accidentally calling the match before it was over, and caused Dean to get a bit of a jinxing by the looks of it.
Look, we are nothing if not unprofessional.
Exactly. All right. 6
Yeah,
p.m.
Dean, that looked tense at the end there, mate. Like, yeah, bad luck on that, but can't be too unhappy losing to one of the best, if not the best in Australian Magic, at least for a time. Juzza is an absolute machine.
Oh, yeah.
He has this weird knack of, you look down at your hand and you've got no cards in hand, and you look up at Juzza and Juzza has all the cards and there's also a head on board, and it's just like, but how? I thought we were trading 1 for 1.
How did this happen? How did this happen?
How did this happen? It's standard.
Dear me. Yeah, well, hopefully we can get into our last few matches soon. We have been streaming for 6.5 hours, which is a mammoth effort by me, and everyone watching, of course, and Rue as well, as you've been here for the whole time, more or less. Ooh, I can actually quickly change the.
Been in that,
Yeah. I appreciate you being there. Honestly, it's like so good to have extra sets of hands, because I can do some of this stuff, but it's like cannot do the amount that we've been able to do today without the help and assistance of our gang.
Yeah. Thanks, Billinghurst as well. You absolute machine.
Okay, cool. Semi-finals incoming.
Why do I have 2 Threadbows? Weird. 2 Threadbow matches.
One I think is dead. The one that says Rashad. So we'll hop in and watch the Threadbow versus Jared Alsop.
Yeah, until we see the other one pop up.
Yeah, at least. Okay.
Let me find these.
Pull up the deck
matches.
again. Yeah.
Jeskai and yes, this Atraxa Time Walk deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, with NO for Atraxa, that's nice. I like that a lot. This is nice. This is a very strong list in terms of these time walky flash value hound decks. Certainly value hound with Atraxa and co.
It's funny because you can just cast it. Like, it's not out of the realms of possibility that you just turn 10 or whatever. You just say, I guess I'm casting this 7 mana 7/7.
You've got a ton of mana dorks as well as Nissa. You could get it down turn 5 or 4 even if you really wanted to get too spicy. So
yeah, big time.
I'm not really sure how the Jeskai list is. I mean, yeah, we didn't see a mana dork turn 1 for the walk deck, but I think I favour the walk deck here compared to the Jeskai list.
I think it's going to come down to counterspells. The exile-based removal is going to be pretty influential. Jeskai's got all the makings of a good time. It's got counterspells and it's got exile removal, so it's like your Timeless Witness is going to be less good. Your like 4-drop that gets the initiative is probably going to get like Swords to Plowshares and then Cryptic Coded, so it's like I think Threadbow's playing with initiative in mind for sure. We'll have to see. I'm wondering if there's any we can check deck lists, of course, but there's like pretty tempting in a 3-color list to play some amount of Blood Moons or Back to Basics or whatever, because a lot of decks are playing 4 or 5 colors.
Yeah, it's a bit tough. I mean, Jeskai needs just that little bit more dual land kind of back up as it is a non-green deck. It doesn't have access to mana dorks or its ilk, so I'm not sure if I'd go too hard onto it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's have a look at how many basics. 3 island, 1 mountain, 2 plains. Yeah, I suppose you could get away with the Blood Moon.
Yeah, it's probably like, I know that people have like expressed frustration about, I mean, express frustration about the land cyclers because they also get basics, but they're also in everyone's deck.
Oh yeah, particularly because it's Lauren revealed, and but I suppose Jeskai has an unplayable one in the white Eagles of the North.
Yeah, I don't know if you might not even want to play the Oliphant if you're not trying to do something unfair with it, you know.
No, I think you could just play the Lauren revealed, in which case you're a little bit light on.
Yeah. There's a pretty big difference between like 5 mana and 6 mana as well. Like I feel like, I mean, they're all castable, and that's like the point. But Lauren revealed, I've seen being cast a lot of times. You know, it's exactly what you want when you have too many lands.
Yes, absolutely, and like just its favorable reaction with Force of Will or Mystic Sanctuary in particular is a great one. You know, it can find a Mystic Sanctuary and then later on, or just find the island to get to that point. And then later on you have a draw 3 on the top of your deck, which is pretty excellent.
Really
Whereas a big dumb elephant is, cool, but unless you're cheating into play on turn 2 or 1 with reanimate, less good.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think it's also, lots of removal kills Oliphant, and I feel like a lot of removals like kills like Troll as well these days.
Well, you have to. I mean, people just went from not respecting it to having a 6/5 triple menace on turn 1 or whatever, and it's like, okay, I can't possibly beat this. Like,
yeah.
I suppose I need to bring back Source to Plowshare in my list or whatnot. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeskai is keeping the board nice and clean.
It's funny, it looks like Trobo's really pivoted to just Jeskai control at this point. Like, we see the Mother of Runes. Like, Mother of Runes is like a staple in any of those tempo-y builds that can play white, because you do really want to protect that one
Mother
creature.
is looking a little bit awkward, but...
it is looking a bit awkward, yeah.
It'll be good if and when they deploy any other threat. It's not like Jared's got any sort of Wrath of God or Sweeper effects in the main board, at least.
Yeah, big time. See what the Spellseeker seeks up, almost assuredly. I mean, we have 1 mana open, but the Ephemerate's not gonna. It looks like Jared might just be setting
good.
up. Well, we do have to get
event,
We do have to get through the Teferi, which I think is going to be pretty difficult without some sort of direct damage. But it is nice to just have it open. I guess you have the Ephemerate ready and available to you if you do ever get rid of that Teferi.
Mm-hmm. The Ephemerate would just my rules isn't as good as it used to be, but the Ephemerate just disappears, right? It never comes into the graveyard, just stays exiled.
Yeah, it just stays exiled, I believe.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
For sure, because you can always get back with something or other, but yeah, definitely not in this instance, unfortunately. Teferi ticking down here just to draw a card. Pretty reasonable play. You're definitely not bouncing the Spellseeker, but you feel pretty safe behind it.
Yeah, there we go. Get lost into pretty good. Oh, that's a
beautiful art too.
Yeah,
I love that art.
I think I actually need to get one. I don't really ever play white, but that one's real good. Oh yeah, here we go. Flashback, Mana Leak, can't stop it.
Wow, huge.
Oh boy.
And this is like the value as well. I mean, this value is not going to be realized against Jared, who doesn't really play any counter spells. But you can see here, like, there is no argument. There's no. You try to present a removal spell, and because your opponent has the Teferi, it's like they can do whatever they want. You can never do anything about it.
Yeah, never stop it.
Yeah,
I like having Dovin's Veto attached to every counter spell you have. What a fair and balanced magic card.
Just good magic.
What a punctuation point on design. Abilities. Very good.
Yeah.
What is that non-symmetrical static ability?
It was, yeah. it saw a lot of hate, I think, when people were like, I don't want to verse Teferi anymore. It sucks. I hate it.
It's an absolute design mistake, but
it very well might be, but at least people are like way more prepared for it now. It doesn't feel as oppressive as it once was, you know?
It was certainly oppressive in standard and the like. It's less oppressive as a singleton in a format with a lot of other good stuff. There we go. Lightning Bolt. And here's a counterspell to stop that Lightning Bolt, presumably.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, 3 cards. 3 cards in hand. Bunch of mana open. Could be a Cryptic. Could be... That'd be nice.
Don't tempt me. Such weird nothings in here. Could be a Cryptic. Don't say that to me.
I got Cryptic at Mondays on the weekly events. I was like, what the hell?
Right. Okay, here we go. Now we get the Ephemerate. Nice. Well...
Yeah. Huge. That was the one. Oh, so it was really sort of pondering that over because he could have.
Yeah, he could have if he wanted to.
But he knew the Ephemerate was in hand, so it's like, that's a really nice play from Threadbow.
Pretty heads up because they certainly don't expect you have a counterspell fillet if you let the Teferi die.
Yeah, big time.
Mm.
It's hard to do it proactively. It's like so scary.
That's a lot of patience. I don't think I'd have that much patience. Threadbow is. Yes.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, but who wins the long game here? It's like maybe Jared has the better top decks, but like if Threadbow can just like sit behind a couple of counter spells and just like attack with the Snapcaster Mage or whatever, and just do the sort of Jeskai control thing, it might be good. You know, it might be the late game is not where Jared wants to be.
Mm.
This is based on the top 8 Jeskai control list from Mana Clash. I'm not sure. We'll have to reach out to Threadbow a little later and find out. But have a look at it.
Okay, so Paragon being remanded. I mean, that would not do a hell of a lot this turn, but I suppose we can back a land.
Yeah, it's actually a 7-point list anyway. Making room for, of course, the dual lands. I guess we see them as well, the Tundra and stuff. So not sure if you at what point you say yes, this is based on that list. But I mean, it is Stoneblade. Like I would just call this Jeskai Stoneblade and feel pretty happy about it because it's like just a couple of really beefy undercosted threats. Couple of 5-drops and stitch it up and call it a day, but it's a lot of counter spells, a lot of removal.
There we go. Another Paragon.
Looks nice.
This time for sure.
This will be the one. Believe and you can achieve.
Thinking hard.
Not based. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Harry, is this one of your just from the chat? Sorry, Harry put in for organize a couple people's entry, and I guess this makes one of them. So it would be a good $150 well spent on 3 entrances, knowing that one of them is in the top 8 right now. This is the Unholy Heat from Threadbow's side, yeah. That's Sarah Paragon not getting a lot of love lately. Not getting a lot of love.
Well, you can't let that thing stay for any longer than the first card. It's already a 2-for-1.
Have you ever given this card a go? I really thought it would be nice for like Mardu control, because that's the kind of mana level. Like 3 CMC is like pretty stark difference to 2 CMC for Lurrus. It seems nice, but I haven't seen too much play.
You get lands as well, which is another tick that Lurrus doesn't quite have.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Regrowth here.
Yeah, important enough to regrowth.
I want the Sarah Paragon. Give me the angel. Give me the angel.
No, you may not. You may not have the angel.
No!
You can never have it again.
That's sad. We'll see if anything else comes out of it.
Surely they might have something else. Where are we? I'll stop. Ba, ba, ba.
What else we got in the deck list?
No, that might be.
You probably have the two witnesses, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an Eternal Witness left. Yep.
Okay. Not all hope is not lost.
You
can
also
still get the Sarah Paragon.
You can eternalize the Timeless Witness at some point as well.
Yeah, that's true. Plenty of options.
Yeah, two Witnire left. Fury killing a Snapcaster Mage only.
At least you're hard casting it. Like you never. I mean, you're obviously targeting the Mother of Runes for the potential blowout.
Yep.
But I mean, it would be. It also depends on what's the. Depends on the. Ooh. Oh, that's hot. What do we got?
Yeah, just a reminder.
Just force it. We're going for force of will.
Oh, you got the 5 mana. Oh god.
Oh, 5 mana open hardcast Force of Will. Oh, that's so crucial. That's going to be really hard for Jared to get rid of. Yeah, to come back from. That's huge.
Oh. And he'll get to do it again to probably ponder at the start of next turn. That was a pretty good ephemerate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you unholy heat the Spellseeker, so...
Damn, Ephemerate's so good. It's so funny that, like, Cloud Shift was around for ages. All these, like, dinky little flicker effects. Like, Flicker Wisp actually saw a little bit of play in, like, Legacy D&T. But not many flicker effects actually see that much play. But then Ephemerate was like...
Blink was good for a while, you know? The old Momentary Blink. That was a good one. But, yeah, costing 1 and doing it again by itself is... Yeah,
huge.
Disgusting, to be honest.
Disgusting.
That was one of the... Yeah, it was a Modern Horizons one. That was, like, obviously pushed as hard as you could really push it. I don't know how you push it any harder than Ephemerate.
You can't. You're just like... Yeah. What if it was two flickers? Like...
Yeah.
It's like half a mana at that point. I don't know how much cheaper you could make it. It's got double rebound. What if it just had a rebound every turn? Would that be too strong? 1 mana every turn Ephemerate?
Seems busted enough to do. I don't think we need it anymore. But it already is.
Why isn't Ephemerate better? Why isn't it better?
There was that cycle from Future Sight that would just resuspend itself whenever it cast itself.
Ah, that's really nice.
Yeah, you could do that where it had like suspend 2 and like or suspend. Yeah, suspend 2, so every second turn it just goes off and doesn't resuspends itself. That'd be fun.
Now that's just good, clean living. All right, we got the Unstep.
Oh yeah.
This is just a straight up play out Wandering Emperor. I think time for Threadbow to really turn the corner. I think the Ignoble Hierarch like showed that Jared could maybe. It's funny. I was just about to say Jared could take Threadbow could take the turn off, but he didn't even have to take the turn off. He just flashed in a threat and started ticking it down. You know. And this is a nice clock. Like this is much nicer than Snapcaster Mage, and it's going to be way harder for Jared to deal with.
Yeah, he's getting saucy even with the Snapcaster Mage. We're on 9, so I suppose got to get him dead. 5 mana Solitude, yeah, I thought so.
Shout out from the chat for epic spells. Yeah,
epic spells, yeah. Thanks, Vance. Yeah, that was another banger. I've had a oh my god, Mana Drain Your Solitude. Thanks for coming. Have a great day.
This was a lot of hate.
Yeah, you know how I said like I thought Time Walk would be favored?
Take it back. Take it all back.
I have been proven very wrong.
Yeah, it seems like it, at least in this first game. Stream Team 3000, hey there, Canadian Highlander lover from Germany. Oh, lovely. Welcome. Guten Tag. Guten Abend.
Caldera complete. Absolutely incredible.
That's
what you want. That's what you want your Mana Drain to do.
Oh
second main phase as well. Jesus Christ.
That's huge. This is so funny. Lots of instant speed gaming happening here.
I'm actually getting tempted to play Jeskai.
Wait a minute. Do I love Jeskai?
Question mark. Yeah. Do I? love Jeskai?
I'm in love with Jeskai.
Certainly making me love it. Okay, Atraxa coming down to have a crack, but Caldera Complete pretty good at dealing with Atraxa.
Very nice.
Although, yeah, it doesn't trample over for any more at that point. It doesn't have like Death Touch, right? Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's a good draw though. I mean, if we needed a good draw, this is one of them. You can see some of the cards that were revealed. Delighted Halfling, couple
what
lands,
are we getting?
Brainstorm,
Prismatic Ending. 7.
It's
actually ending deals with the token.
Yeah. So we saw we put.
That's pretty good.
And we've got it in the thing here. Put.
Did you need to make it a 6/6?
Mental Misstep, Expressive Iteration.
There you go. So wide. See you later. Yeah.
This is it. Yeah.
Sure.
Man, proactive mother, huh? You never see it. Mother does work. Actual factual hardcast Atraxa. Yeah, we saw it coming.
And a quote-unquote hardcasted Caldera Complete.
Yeah, that's right. The Caldera was really that was really hot. I thought that Caldera wouldn't see play in Highlander because it's like obviously it's good if you have four Stoneforge Mystics, but you don't. You only have one Stoneforge Mystic, but it was enough. So that was just game 1. Welcome stream team 3000. Guten Morgen for you, 10:30 in the morning. My partner's from Germany, and I hear it rules. So congratulations. Great. Yeah. What kind of tournament is this? Is there a link? Yeah. Look, I'll send you. We can send you the link to the event as it happened. This is just a win-a-dual. It was 5 rounds, all organized by us. And I think you should be able to see it if I have to get the other keyboard, of course. Here and play here. Yeah, have a look at it. What you can always do is you can always go onto the Discord or the Facebook page. And from there you'll be able to find more events as they come. I try and put it together as best I can. But you can also see us on what a perfect time to mention that if this is the first time that you're watching us, I know Stream Team, I feel like I've seen you in my chat before. So I wouldn't say the first time, but if this is your first time, you can always find our replays on youtube.com/CBR MTG. You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/CBR MTG. That's where you are right now. 7-Point Highlander is a wonderful format. You can find more information about it here. And there's a Discord. I think this link goes to the 7-Point Highlander Discord. It might go to mine.
That's Beckett vs. Juzza. Yeah, we can see what Beckett vs. Juzza's doing.
Yeah, let's check in. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, these people start up their game. Lovely. Let's get back to it. So yeah.
You want to get back to it?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, let's go to the new game. We can come back to it. Is what I meant to say. All right, Juzza versus Beckett.
All right.
Yeah, please do, Vance, if you're okay with me sharing it on the Twitch. Obviously, it's a public Discord.
Now this gear one's sick.
All right. New card alert? I guess it's not that new. Damn. Time flies, huh? Feels like only yesterday that this Lord of the Rings set came out. So, when Erlen Fearless Knight enters the battlefield, target legendary creature an opponent controls with greater exile. Let target creature an opponent controls power greater. Legendary creatures you control gain protection from each of that player's colors until end of turn. Pretty nice. 3 mana, 3/4 haste.
Yeah, with an exile. It's not even like a Fiend Protector or whatever it is that they get it back.
Yeah. Lovely. This is another funny example of people being really prepared for initiative. I think this is going to be a really important time. I had a comment from someone saying upset about allowing Namesticker Goblin basically for the last time. I was like, oh, nice send off to Namesticker Goblin. We'll allow it in this one event. I was like, oh, well, it's not Australian 7-point Highlander if you are including a card that is banned, which is so reasonable. And obviously you want to align with the legality of the format as to not annoy people, which I agree with wholeheartedly. But other really important point about that. But yeah, I was thinking that initiative, it's not a real format at the moment anyway, because initiative is so underpointed. But that's not even, maybe that's not even necessarily the case after this tournament, because we're seeing a lot of Jund. Jund is in the top 8, and we have the Jeskai list is in the top 8 as well. And Omnath, which is just a stalwart of the format now. But it does look like it is, you are able to hate it out. And it's cards like Erowyn that I think is paying homage to that, Harry in the chat, card doesn't use stickers, fight me. It's so true. You're right. You convinced me. You came into my DMs and you're like, hey, how do you feel about this? And I was like, I feel kind of good about it. All right, we got the win from Beckett. That was game 2.
Hey, Bombardiers. Bombardiers doing Bombardiers things. Who would have thought that?
Another win at the hands of Bombardiers. I think I wanna tell it to people that keep an eye out of it. It kills you. It could just be the card is good and it doesn't need to be pointed. I think you don't want to hear. I want to quash the early rumblings immediately, because it's just a good card and I think people will get used to it and the format can shift. But I don't necessarily want to punish powerful cards if we could avoid it. If we can't, then whatever, but maybe it goes to a point eventually. But with initiative at the moment, what we saw was that people are getting used to it and they are packing stuff in their sideboard just to beat them,
Which is good. All of my dogma besides, which a lot of people are probably quite aware of, that I do have a bit of a bugbear about any of these commander design cards being played in a 1v1. It's all that aside, I do agree that the absolute best and healthiest way to approach it at first is to make people adapt. And if they do adapt, if they do respect it, if they do their homework, they start to really hone in on the fact that these cards are good and these cards are going to stick around. If they really try to beat it, I think that can lead to some really good format churn. Yeah, if they really try to beat it and we can't, then there's a real problem. But it just, maybe it's just something we have to live with. And I think there are definitely ways, there are tools, and there are some interesting things that people are doing.
Yeah.
In order to combat these sort of things. But at the end of the day, Broadside Bombardier is an incredibly powerful card. But it's a red card, which, there are plenty of tools that have existed, Hydroblast and Blue Elemental Blast and Flash Flood. Maybe not Flash Flood, but whatever that is. And it's a 2 toughness creature. So,
No, Flash Flood's the line, right? And yeah, you're right. It is a 2 toughness creature as well.
So it's just there are ways. It is very powerful, and people just feel safe, and then out of nowhere a 2/2 attacks them and they die. But that's still kind of cool, I'd rather the aggressive strategies really have a little bit more heft behind them than walking over to see a board of 15 permanents on each side, all of them, 3/4s that draw a card.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And nothing happening, and people just staring at each other. So, putting a sense of dread and immediacy and pressure onto a format is overall a net positive, I believe.
I agree. Yeah, it does beat the ubiquity test because you can't beat a Bombardiers with a Bombardiers because the first Bombardiers probably already killed you. But it's
The only way to stop a bad man with a bombardier is to bombardier them first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I think like what in my eyes, like one of the in my mind's eye, one of the like big things I like about Highlander is that it is a very powerful format, you know, and I want to promote that ideology by not pointing cards just because they're powerful, unless they are too powerful, you know.
I agree. A larger point list does not a good format make, but you don't want things absolutely warping the format. But yeah, you don't want to just. It's a very slippery slope of it's powerful, therefore point. It's like, okay, well, you know, then the next thing becomes the most powerful thing, and you have to just bloat the list beyond what is feasible and grokkable.
Totally. I'm like kind of okay that like Rug of yesteryear is like 19 points now, you know, and like Chifley's original initiative deck is like 10 points now, you know. So
yeah,
I think in those instances it's like, okay, I understand that these cards did need points, but it's a delicate process. I mean, that's why we have a committee, you know. It's just a group of people who are going to make those decisions for us.
And at the end, end of the day, you've got a committee of, you know, less than a dozen, or sort of like 5 or so. I can't actually quite remember the amount, but it's them versus the, you know, 1,000-ish, maybe slightly less than 1,000, but at least hundreds. We know at least of hundreds of 7-point players, each trying to, you know, break the very narrow constraints of the format. It's a tough job. I will never do it. You can't ever make me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll be the one trying to break things. I will never be the one trying to prevent them from being broken. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's cool. I mean, it's interesting. The committee, for anyone who doesn't know, committee position's still open. Got an email if you want to get in. There's like a pretty cool application process as well. You can tell that they really thought about the type of people that they want representing the format, and yeah, it's like a lot. It's just the thing is that it's just like so much work. It's like unpaid labor, but I don't know. Is a labor of love count as work? You know.
Yes. You are still expending time, energy, and emotion.
Yeah, I gotcha. You're right. Yeah. It's true. I think like everyone has to make that decision as well about how much.
It's voluntary work, right? It's not obligatory work.
Yeah. All right. So we're seeing this. I mean, I guess Jared must have a plan for this because destroy target permanent that is blue targeting the Aragorn. Of course, it's going to hit the Mother of Runes first. And the misstep. Hold on. Who's misstep? Jared misstepping his own spell? That can't be right. All right,
Are you back on the all-sub match, are you?
Yeah, I just went back to the all-sub matchup.
I'm just watching Jund.
I wonder... So, okay. Unfortunately, no, just GG's. Throbo wins the match.
Okay, that's all done. Thanks, Throbo. That looks like a very cool stack to end on.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was like, if he had something, like he really didn't want the Ledger Shredder to trigger on a spell that would matter, because like it'd be really bad if your opponent's like, oh, I can't counter the spell until I get my Ledger Shredder trigger. So maybe you misstep, trigger the Ledger Shredder, then in response to the Ledger Shredder trigger, cast the spell that you want to resolve. But probably a bit too deep with the amount that Jared must have had in his hand. It might not have been enough. All right, congratulations. Damn, Jeskai. Is Jeskai good?
Feeling it. I mean, it's making me think it's good, which is good because it hasn't been for a long time.
Incredible, and it's had its time in the sun before, like Anatoly Lightfoot won nationals with Jeskai Tempo a while. That was a little while ago though, but that was like Monastery Mentor sort of type of situation, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's a little bit too underpowered maybe in regards to everything else.
It certainly feels too fair, but
yes, yeah, that's a better way to put it.
it's now pushing to the point of it's unfairly fair because it just does have all the goddamn answers, and now it does have like a couple of extremely pushed recursive threats, particularly in like, and this list isn't even playing the pre-war formal, which I think is like a linchpin and as to why the deck is having a bit of a revival. But yeah, between that, Cryptic Coat, unbanning Bluebell Open and you do just have some of the best all-round efficient answers.
Does this
nothing
mean
wrong with it.
Does this mean that Umezawa's Jitte depointing was more problematic than Tinker and Fastbond depointing?
What about the depointing? Sorry.
Is the Umezawa's Jitte the more unsafe option than
the biggest news to come out of that unpointing?
Yeah,
quite possibly. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Tinker player and I'm trying to break Tinker and muck around with it a little bit more. Certainly something that's on my radar, but I think a lot of people did try that, particularly at Mana Clash, and I think it was.
Yeah, I can imagine it was as good then as it is now. Threadbow moving on to the finals. We see the initiative is back in play for Juzza and Beckett. So this is still going for this one. This must only, maybe it's game 2 only because it's just started turn 4. We can check up on them. Turn 3. Tied. Okay. This is game 3 for our other semi-finals, and then we'll go on to the finals. So whoever beats, whoever wins between Juzza and Beckett will play on to the finals. I wonder if I've lost you, Rue. I seem to have run out of Rue time.
Or I'm back. I'm not sure.
One of us is back. No, it was me. This one's on me.
One of us is back.
This one's on me. Can you hear me well now?
You?
Good.
It was me. It was my fault.
Oh, damn.
I can hear you pretty well. Yeah.
Very nice.
Alrighty, what do we got here?
Okay. Do you ever see the trend on like short form, like TikToks or shorts or Facebook Reels, pick a platform, but they would be having like the main content on a screen and then on to the side of it or under it or whatever, they just have like a completely different video, like Subway Surfers or cutting soap cubes up. Are you aware of this?
Oh gosh, yeah. I have seen it and I don't really understand what the point is. It just confuses me. There's too many stimuli.
Too much stimuli, yeah. I think it's like a desire for extra stimuli, but it's working on us right now because Sophie's still crushing it in Elden Ring behind us. One of our many wins for the day. Just a bit of fun.
I haven't played really any of that genre of game, but
no, here we go. All right, trap.
Oh, I get into trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, what's your video game archetype of choice?
Probably like a big JRPG fan for the most part.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah, love anything by Square Enix, but I think that's
Final Fantasy shit
at the time. Oh, love it. Yeah, I haven't actually played much Final Fantasy at all, which is a little bit strange. A lot of their other stuff, but
very nice.
Yeah, I think that comes from just a lack of reflexes in my middle age.
Like it's more planned out, It makes sense.
It makes me at least lie to myself that I have some sort of agency, Good.
Let it be the only person who's lying to you.
Exactly. So what do we got here? Ooh, again,
looks like a fourth
game.
Yeah, the fourth has been a really powerful card in the format as well. Recently pointed to 1. it was really, really, really prominent at 0 points, and it still feels like it's paying, like it's still paying for itself. We saw a bunch of fourth Aerolinguses, sometimes even just for lethal, just one spell kill you in one go. But even this like early fourth Aerolingus has been like huge for Beckett. That's like just an early one, puts 2 on the battlefield, gets the Monarchy. Really nice. Very cool. From the chat, tech suit again. I also think we need to push back a little bit on the initiative as interactive. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. This is like me and Vance like step into the ring every other day and argue about the status of initiative pile. Is it a mid-range deck? Is it a stompy deck? Fortunately, I make all the videos, so I can just say that it's stompy. Hee hee. But I did start that analysis with this is a mid-range deck. You're like playing to the board. You like have a bunch of removal and stuff. But if you play against it too many times, you know that it's just like initiative guy, and you're like hide behind an Archon of Emeria, and you're like, this is not mid-range. I'm just getting thumped, you know. Have we got Rue back with us? Is that Big Dapper on the phone? Oh hell yeah. I should probably answer through this method. Maybe this is me who's clunking out. It might be me who's clunking out. Let's get Rue back on the call.
I'm back.
Okay.
Probably.
Is it you or me?
I don't know.
Oh, good.
You sometimes feel a bit broken up, but no one is complaining about it on the mainstream, so
that's
no
the
idea.
Important thing.
Let's blame technology.
Yes. Better than blaming society, you know? Although, I'm saying that. It is society.
We can blame that too. Technology is just a byproduct of society, yeah.
Big time. No, it's definitely me. My computer is like, it's having a time. Might be at memory leak time, but that's okay. We will endeavor.
You're asking it to do quite a bit, you know.
Yeah. That's fine. Bless this little computer. It's like
love this.
I've survived with a really cheap computer doing streaming, even in my like earlier when I was doing like the first go around of streaming. The computer I had sucked. It was so bad, and it was like felt like I was cobbling together technology with duct tape and a dream. And it's good to be back in that saddle, you know. It's good to be back in it.
A thrill, just chasing any little thing for that little bit of excitement, you know.
Exactly. So I guess I'll quickly maybe I'll quickly I'll turn off the stream between the semifinals and the finals, and then we'll reconnect. So if that happens and you're in the chat, just refresh your screen. We'll come back just to make sure that my computer can survive, because we want the computer to last a whole 8 hours. You know, that's our goal today.
All right, see if the it isn't going to do much else. It might just chew up some stuff.
Yeah, there's no creatures in the graveyard, so
yeah.
Any eating you'll do is just superfluous. Yeah, and we're just seeing it go through now. But I think that Juzz is still pretty okay with gaining. What was that, 8 life or 6 life? That's like pretty
8
fine.
life, but they have no cards in hand versus Beckett's 6.
Oh yeah, ouch. That's a big
So
difference.
that 18 life isn't going to last very long. There's 9 power on the board. That's 2 turns.
Oh yeah.
He does not have a lot of time.
Yeah.
And Undercity's about to go off.
Oh, throwing the dead 3.
Yeah,
throwing the dead 3 incoming. Last room of the house. Just quickly, Dude's on Twitch in the chat, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. You came at the right time. Yeah. Duke's incredible streamer in his own right.
This turn we have it because of Caves of Chaos Adventurer.
That's fun. Why wait till tomorrow when you can have the initiative again today? All right, so let's see what cards are in the revealed zone. 3 of these will not be relevant. It doesn't matter. The one that is chosen is almost chosen. Let's see. Territorial
cover. Yeah, it's a big boy.
That's a big boy. Look at that big Kavu.
Look at that good boy. So, unless this is a rat.
GG's. No, Jazz is giving the GG's. Damn. Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll come back soon. I'll make sure that the players don't play yet, and we can let the players have a quick breather before their next game. So, cool. So, Rue, I'll talk to you soon. If you want to stay on.
Yes. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'll quickly check in, but yeah, should be okay.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll talk to the chat real soon. Very cool. Very cool. What's up? Who's in the finals? Thank you, Pikachu. Sorry. Too late. We'll be fine. Thank you. I knew you'd have the information. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead without the stream delay. It's Beckett on 5-color creatures, 5-color fun times. 4-color fun times. Versing Threadbow on sort of Jeskai Stoneblade. So, and we're joined here, of course, with Rue. So, welcome.
Hello, it's me, Rue.
Lovely.
Do you want me to do a semi-professional presentatory introduction?
Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Right.
Let me hear it.
Welcome, one and all, to the finals of the CBR One-Day Win-a-Dual event. Sponsored by CBR and Sophie's Tropical Island. We have in our final today Threadbow from Paths Unknown, piloting the Jeskai pre-war formal wear without formal wear, so unformal Jeskai, against Beckett Wolf from Adelaide at some point, potentially still from Adelaide, playing a more 4-color Spoopy Initiative Reacher-based strategy. Beckett came through beating Java on Jund, and Threadbow has just defeated Atraxa Walks. So they've both kind of beat in the similar style of deck, and they're off to the races with everyone's favorite card, Mental Misstep.
Incredible, fantastic, amazing, and yeah, it's good to point out that like this has incredible. I loved it, and it sets me off in the right footing as well, of course, because this has been a really exciting top 8, and I think it's like still the meta is still sort of fleshing out a little bit, but you see these like huge hitters here that we've seen multiple times, like the Atraxa Walks, kind of like an upgraded or different side graded Omnath deck, and we saw like just generic, not generic, but like sort of stock staple initiative, and Rashad, the world Highlander champion for 2024, made it recently with the Domainitiative deck. So there's a lot more Grixis control than I thought, but it was interesting to see where people's heads were at during this tournament, and I'm excited to see what we have in this big finals.
This is, of course, the first major tournament after the shock upheaval we witnessed this week with the banning of stickers and attractions, not by a committee, but by the overall decision of WotC themselves. So it is interesting to see how people are adapting now that the most dangerous gamer is no longer shadowing our haunted halls.
Yeah, it's so right. It's like, God, I really liked attractions and I really like stickers, and I think that was that really saddened me. We did get an opportunity to rectify it at least somewhat, because Name Sticker Goblin was allowed in this event, even though technically illegal in the Vintage format. We, as a 7-point Highlander, like to maintain our legality with Vintage, only once broken for the companion rule change, pre-companion rule change, Vintage banning, but no, whereas Vintage legal as Vintage legal can get. And unfortunately, that means saying goodbye to stickers and attractions. So a sad time for all, but a sad time for 30% of people, and a great time for 70% of people.
Yeah, I feel so poorly for you. Um, but not really.
Maybe
No,
we
absolutely
can.
not.
What do you think would be a fun deck to shuffle up instead? As like a hey, sorry, you also have to cut my stickers deck and attractions. Like maybe like some tarot cards. Maybe you play a quick game of coup first. I think that'd be really fun.
Yep. No. It's always love letters, and you always go for you are the princess. Turn one with no information.
Yes. Okay, cool. This is the scissors paper rock magic cards for the new ages. Quick game of love letter. Actually, just have a love letter and
I do have the scissored lizard.
it's a good one. I like it a lot. It's a bit of fun because people do some wacky things. I'm pretty like impartial to just odds or evens, but I always choose odds. But it happens so like frequently that my brain just goes straight to I'll choose odds, and then
I always go odds. Yeah.
but then you just forget. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Is your reason the same for me, where it's the least amount of dice rolls and the least amount of syllables?
Yes. You have to say the least amount, but it fell out of my brain because I'm like, wait, did we roll? Like, yeah, you won. I was like, oh, cool. Which I guess could be a positive as well. We didn't mention throughout the tournament, but I don't think I actually sent anything in the Discord or let the individual top 8 players know. But they will also receive this posted to them in the mail. Showing it up on the screen for our wonderful viewers at home. It's hand-drawn tokens by our resident artist. Let's see if I can squeeze it in there. And they're really beautiful. They're really something else. So this was from our recent CBR MTG League. You'll receive a bunch of cool tokens. So just congratulations to those top 8 players. And they all agreed on a prize structure that was more flat. So you would at the very least be able to enjoy getting your money back if you could. Seem to have lost connection with Rue. Let me just get back in there. Okay, very cool. All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, my dear. I was off on a tirade.
I was too insightful.
I was too insightful. I crashed the computer. This is the like insights that Beckett and Threadbow were worried about. You know, they were saying like we want a stream delay because scared of the insights of Rue and Angus, and then we spend the first 10 minutes talking about how good stickers are. So owned, you know.
I would contest that point. I do not think stickers are good at all. But I guess I can talk about how bad they are, which is how good they are, but in the negative.
Did you like them? You had a good sticker time? The last voyage was fun. Yeah, let's get into it. What have we missed out on so far?
I've never cast a sticker. I had... it looks... Oh, okay. One. So... Red both got good pressure, but Beckett obviously wins the game on the spot because they've cast a broadside bombardiers.
Yeah, but they don't have the Murktide. It's the broadside bombardiers are supposed to be on Murktide's team. It looks like it's going to get in. I guess why not? I mean, you may as well. You put it on the battlefield. You may as well get in. I guess it kills the Teferi. Yeah, this is nice. Perfect.
Well, you can kill Teferi with it. Yeah.
Very nice. We this was 6 hours ago, but we very unsuccessfully ran through this tournament as well, live on this channel. We'll, I guess, against better judgment, we'll post it on YouTube for the people to see afterwards, the replay.
Oh, God,
but God, it sucked so. I couldn't believe how bad it sucked. It was like we went 3-0-3, and then won our last match, and then got the bye. So it was a really nice 2-3 in the end, but whew, that was a stinker, that deck.
But despite the broadside bombardiers, which I thought won the game whenever you cast it, it does look like Threadbow is now threatening lethal next hit.
Yeah, this is big.
Very
6-6. 6-6 and 3. It's 3-2, right? That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, the cloak gives it plus and plus over, yeah.
It's pretty sick. This
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, this was a group of 3.
Oh my god.
This is a group of 3. We'll have to bury in from Threadbow, actually. They said from New South Wales, outside of the scene. But 3 players decided to join today. They seem to be in the same room with each other as well. So it's like really sort of repping their town. So it'd be nice to see Threadbow take down this win for the great city of Threadbow. I'll check in with Harry, I think, if it's a team location. Oh man, we lost you again? That's okay. Why does my thing keep crashing?
I am once again back, maybe.
Yeah, you're definitely back.
I don't know what's going on, yeah, but that's okay.
This is, at one point it's on me. Let me just close down.
At one point it's on me, one point on you.
We're good. We're not dropping any screens. This is Australian internet working to its deepest potential, you know? That's alright. I can close a bunch of stuff. We're good. We're good. No. Alright, cool.
This game does not look... Oh wow. Okay. Oh my god. Oh man.
Huge.
Is Jeskai good?
Wait a minute. Is Jeskai good? Oh, damn. So what did we miss in regard? How was this flashed in? Was it flashed in?
Ephemerate.
Oh man.
Ephemerate the cloak creature, which just happened to be a Pal Australia.
Oh, that's really hot. Damn.
Yeah.
This is like Cryptic Coat's tournament. I'm gonna play. Watch out, local game store in Canberra, because I think I'm gonna bring Jeskai Stoneblade to the next month, to the next weekly.
I'm definitely going to play Cryptic Coat tomorrow. I don't know what I'm playing yet, but I'm going to be playing Cryptic Coat and 59 other cards. Excellent.
I think it's wise. It looks sick. I mean, can you believe this? Again, Ephemerate's really showing its strength, but this is pretty impossible to come back from only on turn 6 as well.
Yeah, and just like through disruption the entire time. It's just absolutely insane. What was that? Like an X-Spell, maybe? Oh, the coat. Oh my god, yeah, sure.
The coat's back, baby. From the chat, I don't understand since I'm a bit newer, why would Jeskai be bad? I think it's not like it should be bad, or there's a significant reason that makes it bad, but it's just like it kind of was more prevalent around like 2017, 2016, like that kind of like era, but it just didn't really show any results after that. And like 4-color Omnath came along, and it's like, if you're those colors, why not also just be green, because green's a very powerful color. So it's like it kind of just fell out of favor seemingly for quite some time. And
it always felt
believed
just efficiently reactive, but never efficiently proactive, and now it just is both. So
yeah,
I don't know. The builds have changed a lot. I think it was just ignored while a lot of the cards like were printed for it, and then as soon as like it started to be explored, I suppose. It's still a lot of work.
I think one of the reasons that like True Name Nemesis and Stoneforge Mystic was a point was because of these decks. So Threadbow took out the first game. That was like I think the writing was on the walls for that one for quite some time. Really hard to get back from. So yeah, best of luck for the next one. This is puts him to -10. So this Cryptic Coat, definitely a Cryptic Coat tournament. Something to look out for, friends, in the future.
Well, it was mana drain into a Cryptic Coat plus something, and then Teferi. So then Beckett needed to respond to get rid of that to even be in this game. But in the meantime, a Murktide region is deployed, and then it just happened that the coat was under a jailer, which ephemerate only. I don't know. Everything just seemed to fall into place. It was Absolutely insane.
Oh, and it just really lined up in that the game against Jared Alsop, the match before, because it was just like counterspell, snapcaster, counterspell, mana drain, cast my Cauldron, you know, and it was like, god damn. I think a little bit of it is like we've moved a little bit away as a format that's like control, like we're moving away from control towards mid-range because just like the lists are so good. I wonder how bad it would be if we just do this. Hey, can you hear me? Okay, hold on, because we're probably connected on both sides. Alright, I have to get out of that call. Deary me. From the chat, hey CBR MTG, what's up? I'm curious, do you play D&D? I did once. It was good. It was fun. You have to be like really into it, because like you don't get the value. Hey, you don't get the value that you need from D&D unless you're like put everything into it. You know, like you have to be like really. You just have to be. Wanting to put hours and hours away to like learn the lore, like a good DM. Like just talking about D&D. So Rue, I keep losing you. I'm sorry about that, but we'll keep and we'll endeavor to continue.
I'm always lost.
It's all good. I'm more than happy to. I'm happy to have you here, of course. From the chat, it's going to be really interesting to see how MH3 impacts the format with all the multicolor hate. You know. Yeah, absolutely.
I foresee Nakamiba in Modern again.
That's good. That's good. I'm excited. Nakamiba deserves a time in the sun.
That new counterspell is absolutely filthy.
Yeah. I mean, the blue one? Sacrifice a blue creature? No.
Yeah.
It's not good, yeah.
What's Nakamiba?
Nakamiba's a blue creature. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you just break it? I want to rebuild Dredge. I have like built Dredge and it's like ready to go, but it's because it's like aligned towards survival. You can't really play blue that much, but like Otherworldly Gaze and like Careful Study and like there's all these just like good card draws spells that you should be considering just playing blue.
I mean, all the blue counterspells are also there to pitch to the other blue counterspell.
Yes, you're right.
I don't know. It turns out another 4 in your deck with this new blue counterspell is 4 more cards to pitch Dwarf Negation.
Oh my god, they just printed 4 more free counterspells that I can exile to my other counterspells? Holy shit. But this is like, in Singleton, I mean, we're laughing, you know? We want as many Force of Wills in the format as you can have.
Yeah, I think so.
It's,
But then Green gets what? A Cultivate? Amazing.
Green loves Cultivate. What are you talking about?
Amazing.
Sack my Veteran Explorer, sure. Cultivate. Now we're talking.
Oh my god, you've broken it. You've broken it.
Duncan, thank you for the offer. I'm like not into Star Wars at all. But thank you. That's very sweet. It's sad. Everyone likes Star Wars so much.
Watch this Slimefoot get mana drained.
Don't mana drain my Slimefoot. It should be against the law to mana drain the Slimefoot. Don't. If it says waiting to pay costs, I'm gonna flip the table. Oh no.
He's waiting to pay costs.
Yeah.
Oh, Mana League. Okay, not quite as bad.
Less good, but still very good. Yeah.
It's fine, I think. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fine. It might happen like this because mana leak suddenly becomes really good because everyone wants to play mid-range, and so much of mid-range is like being as efficient as possible. So like you actually just can't be as efficient as possible.
Curve, you know?
Yeah, and playing on curve, exactly.
Yeah. So as long as you're trading up on mana, which you are, absolutely fine. You know, and it's not like a lot of the previously good kind of trade up stuff like Spell Snare all that isn't as effective because I think 3 is such a big number at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you need to be able to counter every spell that costs 3 in Highlander because they're just so backbreaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good that it just says any spell as well. Like you can kind of, yeah. If a spell like Spell Pierce is kind of seen less play as well, it seems like maybe relegated to the sideboard a couple more times. But it used to be like
this smells like drain into Veil of Summer. Oh no, it's Veil of Summer. Oh dear.
Oh, that really hurts. Okay, reanimates.
I don't get the reanimate though.
That's okay. Slimefoot's a good. That's a good get.
That's
a really good get. Oh my god. Ouch!
What the?
Ouch! This is so funny. You can pivot whenever you want. Like this is the funny thing that we saw. We saw this against Jared as well. It's like, what if you just take out like 3 creatures and just replace it with like 3 counter spells, and like suddenly you're just playing Jeskai Control, and like something that Jeskai Control couldn't do was, or like Blue-White Control, like Miracles Control, like couldn't do. It's just like fend against all these different types of interactive spells, and like you have to stretch yourself too thin to have the right amount of removal and counter spells. But like this Jeskai deck, it looks like they're siding out inside like a little bit of transformative sideboard in that way.
Yeah, this is rude. This is very rude. And this could just be Cryptic Coat, return Cryptic Coat, you know, which isn't very good, but it's something. But
bit of fun.
It's thankfully can't be Caldra. Teferi also was exiled, so
yeah, that's super relevant.
100% sure what the worst case here is with Threadbow Drawing. Worst case is a land and a 6-drop, but I don't think they play any 6s, so... is it Murktide? Yeah, that was what I was about to say. It's probably the worst thing. It's that.
This is the last. This is the last thing we ever wanted.
That's the worst thing that he could cast. That one, or maybe a Triumph.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I guess we also get to see the hand. Give me a look. Lost you again. All good. Let's come back. Cauldron Compete, True Name Nemesis, and Assimilation. My poor Discord. My poor Discord is struggling to stay alive. We're good.
100 Blast is down. They're both hand. It's 3 uncastable cards, but they are all quite good. If he does draw a land here, it's extremely bad.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, it's still very bad. So 7/7. I mean, he does get to live through an extra turn, but if he's got a land True Name here, no. Okay. Well, Beckett's still in it, but
yeah.
All his fetches are dead.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. You're like really. I mean, he's going to struggle to stay alive, but I mean, he's got it because he's already down a game. If it's a quick,
no, I've turned off the jokes because I'm just like, wait a minute, we could be very quickly witnessing the end of this final. So I should probably do some actual commentating.
Yeah, wild. Assimilation Aegis, new equipment that actually is just kind of like a detention sphere, yeah, which is so sick. Like suddenly we just have we have so many things that you can fetch, like Steel Shaper's Gift to 1 point when.
Yeah, it's an O-ring off the Stoneford. It's pretty cool. Lelia. Okay, Lelia's good.
I think it needs to draw like a removal spell though. Like I think
well, with Lelia he can probably kill next turn.
Okay, so you just like hope that it's enough, yeah.
He's dealing 5 to 12.
Tight.
And then next turn is
6
minus
and then 3.
Throw it is 5. Yeah, okay, still needs another damage, but it's close.
Well, you know, bolt off the top. Lelia exiled.
Yeah.
Lelia exiled just averting Catacombs. Alright. Lorien revealed Island Cycling.
So Lorien revealed doesn't do anything because it's close. Yeah. Okay, if this is a bolt, I'm not sure if he's got bolt. Let's have a look at it. No, he's got a lightning bolt. Okay. So yeah, potentially, very potentially, last attack of the game. Down to 1.
That's a close one.
No bolt.
No bolt.
Okay.
No lightning
so
helix. I haven't seen a lightning helix at all.
Can he find 12 damage this turn? He can with a 4-drop as well. That doesn't get counted.
Okay, coming in guaranteed. I mean, if presuming both creatures hit, it's 4 and 2, so that makes 6. Puts Threadbow to 6. He can fling the Lalia, but it will only put him to 3. So unless Beckett has a lightning bolt,
Lalia to 1.
Lalia reveals. Delighted Halfling. It's not going to be enough.
Lightning bolt or a 4-drop.
4-drop does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
4-drop does it.
Last card. We're paying costs.
Paying costs.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
3, 4, 5.
Oh my god. What a hit.
Hold up.
Oh!
Counter spell.
Ouch. Lethal. Damn.
Can't unless you pay 2, sir.
Maybe you just need like you're back to needing counter spells in this format again. That was huge.
That might be it.
Damn, that was huge. Yeah, puts him to 1.
Puts him to 1.
That's it.
1 is not 0.
Oh my god.
Each player at 1 life.
We're playing to
1
misclick.
is not 0. Beckett with no cards in hand.
Looks like the writing's on the walls here. Murktide's going to get in for 7. That will put him to -6. We're playing around the misclick. Accidentally click through the attack step. No, unfortunately not. This is lethal, and that's it. Threadbow wins. Incredible. And there's the handshake. Yeah. That was huge.
Good?
Is Jeskai good? Yeah, I mean, it was good there. It was good all the way through
Just honestly, watching all the match to the top 8 with it, it looked insane.
It was good. It was good.
Like, absolutely insane.
Incredible.
Oh, well.
Incredible.
Well, congratulations, Threadbow. Commiserations to Beckett. They, obviously had a really good run with their 4-color Stompy Initiative aggro mid-range thing.
Let me see if Threadbow will chat for a second.
Why don't you send us home?
We'll just check to see if Threadbow would
You want to
mind.
grab Threadbow? Yeah, maybe. I have to love you and leave you, unfortunately.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you so much
pleasure.
for sticking with me all the way through. That was really fun.
Absolutely. Had to. Thanks for putting together a event for the community. Thank you, obviously, to Sophie for putting up the prize.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's these kind of grassroots things that I think makes our format as absolutely lovely and inclusive and delightful as it is.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being part of it with me. It makes it so worth it.
Anytime, my love. All right.
I'll see you
you
later.
out there and in the screen, I love you and good night.
Love you. Good night. All right. Let's see if Thorpe wants to hop in. We will just jump in there. Otherwise, let's see if Threadbow can say no. Threadbow as well, then. Sure, sweet. All right, well. I'm in games 1. Let's see if we can get Threadbow in there as well. In general. Oops, caps lock. Let's go. Alright, Thorpe. How are you?
Very tired.
I can imagine. That was a mammoth effort by you all the way through the league, and congratulations, of course, on making it to the end.
So I guess apparently it was just me not playing Jund for once. So I think the last 5 events I played Jund and was the only Jund deck not the big top 8.
Oh no! So changing tact worked for you.
Yeah, and apparently I just did actually got some use.
That's good.
I actually managed to clutch a game against Oath was Assembly Generator stealing their Emrakul. And he didn't have it out.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. It was really refreshing to watch, honestly, and we don't see Jeskai that often, so it was nice to see it. Would you maybe actually just give a little introduction about your and yourself and your Magic experience?
Hey, Matt. I've been playing Magic since original Innistrad, off and on.
Very nice.
I've only I played. One of my mates going to get me into Australian Highlander because it's like, hey, we have duels and you have duels from playing Jund in Commander, so come play. I ended up going with Jessica because I wanted to play Cryptic Cloak as a deck, and it apparently did some work today.
Oh, incredible! Is that the card that you might attribute your day to? Was there any other? How was Cryptic Cloak? Tell us about it.
So it's 3 mana for half equipment with. When there's the battlefield, cloak the top card of your library, so make it a 2/2 face down morph with ward 2, and you can pay its mana cost to flip it face up. So I'm running it just because it's Batter Skull for cheap, so I can do the whole shenanigan of flashing in off the Stonefoot Mystic I have in the deck, make a dude, and then add there and step return it, and just keep repeating that to make a board if I need to.
Very nice.
Didn't get to do it today because the only time I saw both together was against Oof. It just was just a good creature.
Yeah, we were really impressed with the ephemerate on to get the Palace Jailer out from under the morph as well. It was that was really nice and exciting to see.
Well, I think that's the only. I think it was the only one of 2 times that's Cloaks hit an actual creature. Normally, it exiles one of my mana drain or a spell.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
That's
also
okay.
Find out. The cloak card and the 7 Edge Ages doesn't do anything together.
The
which is
which
an
one?
interesting interaction. So I played cloak. I got a random land. I put an 7 Edge Ages on it, trying to make it a copy of Nylea, and it just sat there as a cloaked creature, and I couldn't flip it. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, that was a bit of a number.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think the Aegis was just nice to have, like, as a detention sphere that you can get with the Stoneforge.
It's just irritating the Deerers as well, because like worst case they kill the cloak and I have a 2/2 ward, which means I'm still pressuring. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. It gets to leave behind that ward creature, and I think ward 2 is was pretty impactful for sure.
I think the biggest thing sorry.
I was going to say, where is your play group located?
So I'm one of the guys from Bathurst who come up for the Highlander events every other couple of months. So I think we have like 3 or 4 people commit to playing it locally, and then 1 or 2 people who come in every once in a while. We also have the local Oath player.
That's
so
good.
The guy who's been doing 5-color Oath reanimated.
Oh yes, that's right. He performed quite well at Cambrel. He made it one of our Cambrels that he came down for. Yeah, so.
So apparently, weird decks are a staple for Bathurst.
Well, I think that's really heartwarming to hear, and it's good to because you came in with 2 other players as well, so you were repping a crew today. Yeah,
so we had I think we had Harry from Bathurst on some a Bolus Citadel combo deck. I can't remember. I remember him running for a line before, and I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we saw it on footage. It was it looked like a lot of fun.
I think we had another local player playing Burn, just because they like Burn, and
hell yeah,
it's what they enjoy.
That's great. That's great news. Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you coming on to share your good fortune with us. I'm holding up to the screen so that the people on Twitch can see, but you've won this delightful revised Tropical Island. I'm going to send it out to you if you just send me your details, and I'll get it out to you after this event. But can I ask, maybe, are you thinking about building a deck now that you own a Tropical Island?
You a little bit like, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Then you started cutting out a little bit.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I was going to ask you just what you're going to do with your Tropical Island.
I don't know yet, because I I've got a good chunk of the old duels. I think I'm missing the blue-black and the blue-green. So,
Well, that's good.
well, our local community kind of shares that, like, pulls all our reserve lives cards. So they'll probably just go to someone else wanting to play a blue-green card. So,
well, that's really good. Well, I'm glad to help add to your collection. Congratulations again.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Go on.
Okay, I'm probably gonna go have a nap.
No, good call, good call. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go. Enjoy your time at it. For everyone at Twitch, thank you. Good night. It's been a long day, but it's been a great one. And congratulations again on your win.
Thank you, and I hope you have a good week.
See you all. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. See you later, Twitch. Have a wonderful evening.